In today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at 5 fragrances that not only smell great, have great character, but are also affordable. So if all those 3 things sound interesting to you, then stay tuned. Hey there guys, Raj here. I hope all of you out there are doing well. Yeah, today's video, 5 fragrances that smell great but are also great value. And I think this is something that a lot of people out there look for. And I've got 5 fragrances here. A combination of bottles that I used to own. Some of them I still do own now, or have at least in a large decant form. If I've reviewed this fragrance, I'm going to leave a link down below in the description. So check out the review if you haven't done so already. So starting off this list with fragrance number 1 from the brand Guerlain, and this fragrance originally came out in 2004. It is L'Instant de Guerlain Pour Homme, the Eau de Toilette, originally created in, as I said, 2004 by Beatrice Piquet. This fragrance was then repackaged in 2016 into this version, and Sylvain Delacour, the perfumer, gave a helping hand to create this one. For me, as you can see, I have worn this one, I've put a decent dent into this one. This is the Eau de Toilette version. There also is an Eau de Parfum. But even though I do prefer the Eau de Parfum, the EDT works really, really well on my skin. Patchouli in there, there's sweet cocoa, there's an amberiness, a woodiness, a sweetness, a tonka bean sweetness. It is a really cozy fragrance. It really is a fragrance that has got me good compliments. It has good character, has good depth, and just performs nicely on the skin. It's a very, I would say a kind of a gentlemanly fragrance, but I really do feel like a woman could pull this off and wear this fragrance and definitely rock it. Really good addition to my collection. I think once this bottle is run out, I think I will go back to the Eau de Parfum. I do just prefer that little bit more slight richness and slightly more heaviness, but this one is definitely a great option. Check it out if you haven't done so already. The second fragrance on this list is from Aramis, and it is Tuscany per Uomo. I have a large decant of this one, and I'm sure that I've tried this one in the past, but I don't really remember exactly how it smelled. But recently I picked up a large decant, and I've got to say, I've been absolutely loving this fragrance. This fragrance came out in, let me just double check, 1984. So it's definitely a veteran, an OG of the game, but actually does smell very, very modern to me. I love the citrus notes in here. It's herbal, it's slightly soapy, green grassiness. I'm really looking forward to wearing this pretty much, well, as much as I can. I might actually, when I can actually visit my parents, I will try and do a video with my dad, who I think used to own this fragrance. So it'll be interesting to hear his thoughts and maybe see how it's changed, whether he still likes it. Really classy, uplifting spring and summer fragrance. And you can find this at a good price at discounters. Definitely worth checking out. Aramis Tuscany per Uomo, inspired by the Italian countryside. Okay, so fragrance number 3 on this list. This is a fragrance that I really, really love for this time of year, especially this time of year. You could get away with it all year round, but springtime, I really go for The Third Man by Caron, also known as Le Troisième Homme. And this fragrance, released in 1985, the perfumer behind this is somebody actually I've never heard before, Akiko Kame. Doesn't have too many fragrances attached to her name according to Fragrantica's database, but this one hell of a fragrance. It's a little bit sweet from the lavender, it's herbal, it's aromatic, it's a touch citrusy, it has very much a barbershop vibe, very much a gentlemanly feel. This is classy, and I really like the packaging here, or the bottle, very strong lines. You've got the C there at the top, the 2 C's at the top. Definitely well worth looking into if you haven't done so already. I actually picked this one up at full retail price, this 125 ml bottle, but I have seen this selling for at least half the price online. So definitely shop around and check out this beauty if you haven't done so already. Fragrance number 4. This is a fragrance that I used to own, and recently I was looking through my Base Notes wardrobe and I was looking back at fragrances I used to own, and this one instantly popped up into my mind as a great affordable fragrance from L'Occitane. This one is Eau de Baux. Eau de Baux came out in 2006, and the perfumer behind this is Caron Dubroy. Not 100% sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but back in the day on YouTube, in the fragrance community, this was a fragrance that was spoken about a lot. And people were often saying, is it comparable to Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille? And I can kind of see that, but I very much think it's its own fragrance in its own right. It's got a touch of smokiness in there. It's got bergamot. It's got cypress, woody elements. Very, almost very sort of woody and foresty in some ways, but a little bit spicy as well. It's a great fragrance. L'Occitane, very much known for their skincare products, but they have a good range of fragrances, which they have seemed to streamlined recently, but the men's line is worth checking out. They have also recently reduced the sizing of their bottles, so they used to be 100 ml, but now they are 75 ml and will cost you around £49. You can get, I've seen on their website, a 10% code if you buy for the first time. But still, even at that price, I still think you're getting a great quality to value ratio. L'Occitane Eau de Baux is worth checking out. They also have a really good one called, it used to be called Eau de L'Occitane, which was like a lavender-based one. That's also a fragrance I used to own and definitely worth checking out, and I would throw it in there as a bonus fragrance for you guys. Let me know, have you tried this fragrance? So yeah, L'Occitane make really nice fragrances. I definitely think there's good quality there. Okay, so going on now to the final fragrance in this list, and this is a fragrance that really took me by surprise. I was not expecting the quality to find this level of quality in a brand that is a car brand. I'm talking about Bentley, and I'm talking about Bentley For Men Intense. This was created in 2013 by Nathalie Lawson, or maybe Nathalie Lawson, I think she might be French. And this fragrance, I've reviewed it. I have actually never owned a full bottle, and it's always been a fragrance that's been on my to-buy list, but for some reason just never really gone for it. I've seen it online so many times for really good prices, but I don't know what's stopping me from buying it. It is a boozy fragrance. It's slightly spicy. It's got nice resins. It's definitely like a night out kind of fragrance, and is a very unexpected fragrance, and quite an unusual fragrance, I would say, in the designer world of fragrances. It definitely takes a risk, but I don't think it's anything too crazy. Very nicely composed, and definitely worth checking out from the house of Bentley, who actually, to be fair, makes some pretty good fragrances. So there you go, guys. 5 fragrances that I think not only smell great, but also are not going to cost you the world. Let me know, have you tried these fragrances? Are they something that you enjoyed, or you didn't really enjoy them so much? If you haven't tried them, do they intrigue you? Is it something that you think you would look into? Let me know your thoughts down below. If you like this type of content, like this video, subscribe, and check me out on Instagram. I'll see you on the next video, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.